I've often said that if you arrived from the moon and you knew nothing about me or anything that had happened to me, and all you saw was a shelf of books which you would read in chronological order, I don't think you would think, oh, something terrible happened to this writer in 1989. The books are on their own journey. And that's something that actually I do take some pride in, that I managed to do.
One can see it on the first book that you wrote after, for your son, actually, Harun and the Sea of Stories.
Yes, I have to say, you're not supposed to have favorite books of my own.
It's okay here.
But that's my favorite book of my own.
Did you write differently for children, or not at all?
Well, I think children are fantastically tough readers. If children don't like a book, they do not finish the book. No. And if children don't like a book, they tell you. Mm-hmm. And they tell you why.
Yes.
Like the great thing about the form of the fable is that a fable, if you think about the great fables, Aesop and so on, the language is very simple, but the ideas are very complicated. And that art of writing difficult things in simple language is the art of the fable. So I use that as my guideline.
Another thing that did change with your years in hiding and then the horrific attack you survived 2 years ago is that you wrote something that you hadn't done before. You wrote memoir.
Yeah.
Both of these, after both of these blows that were dealt to you. I mean, I keep thinking about Salim Sinai from Midnight's Children and his wonderful quote in the book, to understand one life, you have to swallow the whole world.
Yeah.
Were you able to sort of concentrate on your own life somehow without swallowing the entire world in these books?
I mean, no, not really, because the attack came from another reality in a way.
Yes.
But no, what happened was that, well, I mean, you know what happened.
Yes.
But after it happened and after it seemed that I was going to survive, I mean, the recovery was quite slow, because the injuries were very severe. And the problem with being in a weakened state is that it's hard to be a writer. If you don't have your full power. And so I didn't know if I would write anything. And then for a while I thought the last thing I want to do is to write about this damn thing. And actually my literary agent, Andrew Wiley, who is a very close friend also, and who kind of knows me sometimes better than I know myself, he said, well, you'll write about it. And I said, Andrew, I don't know if I will. I might not. He said, no, you'll write about it. and he was right.
Yes, because it's an incredibly strong book that's now also just out in Icelandic.
Yes, buy this book. When Samuel Beckett was attacked, because he was actually stabbed by a pimp in the street and almost died before he'd written almost anything. I think he'd only written one book. He had not written any of the great plays. And anyway, he went to the court and he asked the attacker, why do you do it? And this guy he was a pimp. And his name, wonderfully, was Prudent. Prudent the pimp. and Prudent said, in reply, he just said, c'est pas, monsieur, je m'excuse. I don't know, sir, I'm sorry. Well, that doesn't help anybody. And so then I thought, because initially I thought maybe I should go up to the jail and try and meet with this guy. Then I thought I'm going to get some reply like that. I'm going to get, well, not exactly like that, but just some bland cliche, which won't illuminate anything. And so then I thought, well, you're an imaginative writer, Salman. Use your imagination.